Your anti-aging secret and remedy. What if I told you there's one movement, a movement you once did effortlessly as a child, that could literally decide how young you feel, how strong you move, and even how long you live? Think about this for a moment. Billions of dollars are spent every single year on anti-aging creams, cosmetic surgeries, supplements, and so-called miracle pills. People chase youth with desperate hands, hoping that these products will turn back the clock. Yet, none of them can guarantee that you'll still be able to climb stairs at 70, bend down to tie your shoes at 80, or pick up your grandchild at 90 without pain or fear of falling. None of them restore the most precious thing aging steals, your mobility. But there is something that can. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't come in a bottle, it doesn't require fancy equipment, and it won't cost you a fortune. In fact, it's so simple that you already know how to do it. You just forgot along the way. Here's the twist. The real fountain of youth isn't found in a lab, a doctor's office, or a supplement store. It's hidden in your body's natural ability to move. And this one forgotten movement, the deep squat, has been proven to awaken dormant muscles, restore balance, keep joints healthy, and literally turn back the clock on your body's aging process. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you why the deep squat might just be the closest thing to an anti-aging superpower, and how you can use it to protect your independence, your mobility, and your youth for decades to come. Think back to children playing on the ground. Have you noticed how easily they drop into a deep squat to pick up a toy, tie their shoes, or even just rest? Their knees fold naturally, their hips open fully, and their balance is effortless. But as adults, most of us lose that ability. Hours of sitting in chairs, cars, and offices cause our muscles to weaken, our joints to stiffen, and our posture to collapse. The ability we once had without thinking becomes a struggle. And with that loss, we also lose mobility, strength, and independence. Research from the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology revealed something astonishing. The ability to sit down on the floor and rise without support is closely linked to longevity. In their study of over 2,000 middle-aged and older adults, those who struggled with this simple task were up to 5 times more likely to die within the next 6 years compared to those who could do it easily. And here's the connection. The deep squat mirrors this ability perfectly. It's not just about building strong legs, it's about preserving life itself. So let's break down exactly why the deep squat is a true anti-aging exercise and how it keeps the body young. Activation of multiple muscle groups. Deep squats aren't just a leg exercise, they are a full-body powerhouse movement. When performed correctly, they activate the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and core simultaneously. It's like switching on every major muscle group below your waist, while demanding stability and engagement from your abdominal and spinal muscles. This comprehensive activation is vital because as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia. According to the National Institute on Aging, adults can lose up to 30% of their muscle mass between ages 50 and 80. This loss is directly tied to weakness, frailty, and dependence on others. But exercises like the deep squat fight back by stimulating multiple muscles at once, maintaining strength, and slowing down sarcopenia. An inspiring example comes from 82-year-old Japanese man Seiji Ozawa, who attributed his ability to still climb mountains with his grandchildren to his daily practice of squats. When doctors examined him, they were shocked to discover that his muscle density was closer to that of someone in their 50s. His simple routine of squatting daily had kept his body decades younger than his age. When we train multiple muscles at once, we don't just build strength, we maintain functional independence. That means being able to carry groceries, climb stairs, stand up from a chair, and most importantly, enjoy life without the fear of weakness holding us back. Improved circulation and joint stability. Every time you drop into a deep squat, something remarkable happens inside your body. The movement doesn't just challenge your muscles, it pumps fresh blood through your hips, knees, and ankles, delivering oxygen and nutrients to areas that often suffer from poor circulation as we age. This rush of blood flow helps reduce stiffness, flush out waste products, and keep the tissues supple and healthy. In fact, studies show that physical activity like squatting can improve circulation by up to 20 to 30% in the lower extremities, lowering the risk of clot formation and supporting overall vascular health. For those battling arthritis, this becomes even more important. The controlled motion of squatting stimulates the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant of your joints. This helps cushion movement and ease discomfort, almost like oiling the hinges on a rusty door. It's no wonder physical therapists frequently prescribe squats for seniors. Done correctly, they stabilize joints by strengthening the muscles around them, making knees, hips, and ankles less prone to injury. Think about it this way. Mobility is independence. Once you lose the ability to move without pain, life shrinks. Suddenly, everyday tasks like getting out of bed, using the bathroom, or walking to the mailbox require assistance. That dependence can weigh heavily on a person's dignity and confidence. But squats fight back against that decline. Stronger, more stable joints mean freedom. The freedom to walk, climb stairs, dance, and live without the fear of being held captive by pain. Enhanced balance and coordination. One of the biggest fears people face as they grow older isn't wrinkles or gray hair, it's falling, and for good reason. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 experiences a fall every year, and falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among older adults. A single fall can mean a broken hip, months of rehabilitation, and for many the beginning of a downward spiral into dependency. This is where the deep squat becomes a secret weapon. Each time you lower into the squat and rise again, you train your body's intricate balance system. Your core muscles fire up to stabilize your spine, your legs coordinate to keep you steady, and your nervous system learns to sync movement with stability. Over time, this creates a sharper sense of balance and improved coordination, two skills that drastically reduce the risk of falling. Take, for example, the story of Maria, a woman in her 70s who once relied on a cane for simple daily tasks. Her doctor recommended basic strength training, and she decided to incorporate squats into her morning routine, starting with a chair for support. Within months, she noticed she no longer needed the cane, and today she walks confidently, unaided. For Maria, it wasn't just about avoiding a fall. It was about reclaiming her life. And that's the real point. Balance isn't just physical. It restores confidence. It lets you step into the world unafraid, to walk into the future knowing your body will support you, not betray you. Support for joint health. Here's the surprising truth. It's not age itself that destroys joints. It's lack of movement. When joints aren't used, they stiffen, weaken, and become more susceptible to injury. Deep squats act as medicine for your joints by strengthening the supporting muscles around your hips, knees, and ankles. These muscles act like scaffolding, distributing load evenly and taking stress off the joints themselves. Research backs this up. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy found that controlled deep squats, performed with proper form, significantly reduced knee pain in adults with mild arthritis. The researchers concluded that the squat didn't damage the knees as many fear. It actually strengthened them by improving the muscles that keep the joints aligned and stable. For too long, squats have been unfairly labeled as bad for the knees. The reality is the opposite. Avoiding them weakens your joints, while practicing them properly makes your knees more resilient. The key is form, moving slowly, keeping weight balanced, and progressing safely. So instead of fearing squats, we should embrace them. Because when joints are strong, stable, and supported, they become less of a burden and more of a gift. And that gift is priceless as we age. Mobility and flexibility. As we age, stiffness creeps in, but the deep squat stretches your hips, knees, and ankles in their natural range of motion. In many Asian and African cultures, deep squatting is a daily posture for eating, working, or resting. These populations often maintain mobility into old age, while Western societies that avoid squatting struggle with hip and knee issues earlier. Flexibility is youth. Deep squats help you reclaim it. Posture and core support. Poor posture doesn't just make us look older. It leads to back pain and spinal issues. The deep squat engages the core and aligns the spine. Imagine standing taller, moving easier, and feeling lighter in your body. That's the gift of posture correction through squats. As Dr. Kelly Starrett, a leading mobility expert, says, the squat is the foundation of human movement. Lose it, and you lose the ability to stand tall. Anti-aging effects and longevity. Put it all together: strength, balance, mobility, flexibility, and posture. These equal independence, vitality, and confidence. In Brazil, researchers tested over 2,000 adults aged 51 to 80 on their ability to get up from a squat without using their hands. Those who struggled were 2 to 5 times more likely to die within the next 6 years. That's how powerful this movement is. The deep squat isn't just an exercise, it's a lifelong insurance policy against aging. So here's the challenge. Don't let the deep squat remain just a childhood memory. Start small, go slow, hold on to a chair if you need, but reclaim this movement. Because every deep squat you do isn't just building muscle, it's building years into your life. Now I'd love to hear from you. Can you sit in a deep squat comfortably right now? Comment below and let's start a conversation. And don't forget, like this video, share it with someone you care about, and hit subscribe for more life-changing health insights. Together, let's squat our way to a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life.